Hello, practices of community classmates. This is Corey Lee here, sharing my community autobiography. I am in an interesting environment. I'm in the business center of a hotel around the corner from my house because our house is being treated for mold right now. So we are all packed up and living out of suitcases for now. So don't mind the environment, but I just want to share a little bit about my community autobiography. Some of the ministries and churches I've been a part of, I grew up in the AME Church, African Methodist Episcopal Church, and that was really a part of my foundation. I was always in leadership in something. My mom was teaching Sunday school, and so she had me serving in some type of leadership, youth leadership form, and that's where I really learned how to speak and present myself before adults and different things like that. So I did that. Went to college, was a part of a college ministry, and served in various leadership offices, including administration. I led several departments, men's fellowship, outreach, planning and development, evangelism. And then I was a part of a larger network of churches called Christ Co-workers Fellowship, and did a lot of work with youth and training leaders over the years. Then I also serve with the Great Commandment Network, and they're really about living the Great Commission and Great Commandment together. And so I do a lot of training with pastor couples, teaching on relational theology. And my wife and I started a school of ministry, a couple schools of ministry, and they're lead pastors at Convergence Church. And so I've had a lot of different types of Christian communities. One of the most meaningful Christian experiences that I've had in community was actually growing up in a Christian family. I think that formed me more than anything else. Seeing my parents do life together with other couples and pray for people and share with the blessings that God had given to them, that was really, really, really powerful. And it's had a mark on me, and it affects the way I do ministry even now. A lot of my ministry model is based off of what I seen my parents do growing up as a child. And then I think the other one I would say is my collegiate church experience, where I learned how to really fast and pray and read the Word for myself and have a hunger for God. I was exposed to missions, and it really opened my eyes to a bigger picture of what the church could be, especially on an international capacity. And it really exposed me to engaging African Americans into cross-cultural missions. I believe that my ecclesiology, I think I think the church should be a family. And what has really influenced me in that is growing up in a family environment. The black church was very much a family church. And so everything is family. And just culturally, family is a big thing. And so I think when I look at the scriptures and I read the scriptures talking about how, there's many parts of the body, and it talks about the church being the family of God, that really resonates with me because that's been a lot of my experience. And then even the collegiate church I was a part of, we talked about spiritual fathers and spiritual mothers, and what does that look like, and the importance of having those people in your life. So that really has shaped a lot of the way my ecclesiology. I've had a very significant wounding moment in my life, and that actually happened when we felt called to step out of the college ministry, the college church that we are a part of. And our spiritual parents really initially said that they were supporting us, but in actions and deeds to follow, they really, really didn't support us, and really did some very hurtful things, and so that was very, very, very challenging. That happened just over 2 years ago, and I think the fallout of that is still having effects in my life and my family's life now. But at the same time, it was Christian community that helped support me as I went through that. So it's kind of like you get your deepest wound in the Christian community, but also I've had my greatest healing in Christian community as well. Thanks for listening.